The Cowboys' defensive heart and soul, Micah Parsons, just spoke out, and let's just say, he's not holding back. Contract talks are heating up, and fans are growing restless. But that's not all of Sauce Gardner, the Jets' all-pro corner, secretly setting the market for DaRon Bland's next big deal in Dallas. Two of the Cowboys' most important defenders may be heading toward major financial moves, and what's said, and what's not, speaks volumes. Stick around, this one's loaded. Welcome back to the Cowboys Report, the place where passion meets insight and we dig deeper than the headlines. Today, we're diving into two critical stories shaping the Dallas Cowboys' present and future. First, Micah Parsons, the defensive juggernaut, has finally broken his silence on where things stand with his next contract. And second, a rising star, DaRon Bland. He led the NFL in interceptions last season, but is his payday being impacted by what's happening across the league, specifically with Sauce Gardner in New York? There's a lot to unpack, so let's get into it. Micah Parsons has always let his play speak loudly, but now he's letting his voice join the conversation. In a recent interview, when asked about his contract status, Parsons didn't shy away. His tone was focused, and his message was clear. He's aware of the situation, he's staying locked in, but he knows his value. And that value? It's sky high. Parsons is still under contract for the season, and technically, the Cowboys hold leverage with the fifth-year option and the potential to apply the franchise tag. But let's be honest, when you have a generational talent like Micah, the clock isn't your friend. He's not just a top linebacker, he's one of the best defensive players in all of football. Edge rusher, run stopper, game changer, he does it all. When asked if he was frustrated about the pace of contract talks, Parsons responded with controlled confidence, saying, "I trust the process. But I know my worth." That's not a direct call-out, but it's a subtle reminder to the front office that he's watching, waiting, and fully aware of what top-tier defenders are being paid. And that brings us to this: why hasn't the deal been done yet? There are a few possibilities. First, the Cowboys may be trying to wait for the market to settle. Nick Bosa's $34 million per year deal set the standard, and there's no doubt Micah wants to eclipse that. Second, Dallas might be trying to prioritize CeeDee Lamb's deal before turning to Parsons. And third, maybe they're just being overly cautious, hoping to squeeze out one more team-friendly year before breaking the bank. But that strategy? It's risky. Parsons is beloved by the fans, respected by teammates, and feared by opponents. Dragging out the contract talks too long can shift goodwill into frustration, and that's never a position you want to be in with your franchise cornerstone. To understand Micah's leverage, you have to understand the broader market. The top defensive contracts, Bosa, Aaron Donald, T.J. Watt, are all north of $28 million per year. Micah's camp knows this. And unlike some other defenders, he's been elite since day one. His sack totals, QB pressures, and versatility make him a unique weapon. Parsons doesn't have off-field baggage. He's a leader, a workhorse, and based on his own words, someone who wants to be in Dallas. That should make this easy. But the Cowboys front office, as we've seen before, likes to stretch negotiations sometimes to their own detriment. Remember how long it took to get Dak Prescott signed? Or how drawn out the Zach Martin holdout was last year? History could repeat itself if the Cowboys don't act with urgency. And Micah's comments this time? They feel like a chess move. Not aggressive. Not passive. Just calculated. He's letting Dallas know, the time to pay me is now before the price goes even higher. Now let's pivot to DaRon Bland, a breakout star in 2023 who led the NFL with 9 interceptions and 5 pick-sixes. Bland's emergence helped ease the sting of losing Trayvon Diggs to injury, and he showed he can be a legitimate lockdown threat and not just in the slot. So where does Bland stand in terms of future contract talks? He's not eligible for a major deal yet, but planning starts early and there's already a massive benchmark being set across the league. Sauce Gardner. Gardner, the Jets' star corner, has been widely touted as the best young defensive back in football. He was all-pro as a rookie, and he's going to reset the market when it's his time to sign. And while Bland and Sauce don't play in the same scheme or city, their performances will be compared. Fair or not, it matters. Here's the key. If Sauce gets a monster deal north of $22.25 million per year, it changes the ceiling for players like Bland. Even if Bland isn't on Sauce's level in terms of national hype, the stats are hard to ignore. Bland made more splash plays, more interceptions, more touchdowns, and he did it while adjusting to different roles throughout the year. Cowboys fans should prepare for this. Bland is going to command a big deal eventually. And if Dallas is smart, they'll try to get ahead of the market, not chase it. Waiting until Sauce's deal comes through could cost them millions more. So in a strange way, Sauce Gardner, a Jets player, could be directly impacting Dallas' financial future. That's how interconnected the modern NFL market is. So what's next? The Cowboys front office is juggling multiple priorities. CeeDee Lamb's contract, Micah's looming extension, and the future of DaRon Bland are all swirling around this team as they prepare for training camp. The key theme? Timing. Dallas has a chance to lock in foundational players before prices explode. But every day they wait, they risk turning simple negotiations into full-blown sagas. Parsons is dropping breadcrumbs. Bland is building his or some. And other teams like the Jets are setting the pace. Cowboys fans should be watching this closely. The defense is built around these stars. Get the deals done, maintain the locker room energy, and keep this unit together for the long haul. Because if you let even one of these guys slip away, you're starting over. Cowboys Nation, we want to hear from you. Should the Cowboys make Micah Parsons the highest paid defender in NFL history? And do you think Sauce Gardner's future deal could impact what Bland gets in Dallas? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss a beat. Daily updates, breaking news, and insider analysis all season long. Hit that like button to support the show, and we'll catch you next time here on the Cowboys Report. That's all for today's breakdown. Parsons is speaking up, Bland is on the rise, and the Cowboys have some big decisions to make. Keep it locked here. Training camp is right around the corner, and things are about to heat up. Until then, stay safe, stay loud, and as always, go Cowboys.